Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Kevin, I'm a geek. You are watching Kevin the Geek, and welcome back to My Hero. If you missed it earlier on today, I did my reaction to the comic relief special of My Hero, which aired literally a couple of months before this this second series aired. I have already done my reactions to the first series and the Christmas special, which you can find on a playlist on the channel. You can go and check all of those out. Those ones, the first series at the very least, I had to put on Daily Motion. Copyright-wise, they get blocked on YouTube. But the Christmas one, I was able to get onto YouTube, and I believe from here on out, I can get the rest onto YouTube. So fingers crossed, we'll see them all here on the channel. But let's check out this first episode of the second series, and this one is apparently called Parents.
This ointment should help to clear them up, but don't worry. People don't notice them nearly as much as you think.
Oh, kid.
I've got to fix another appointment.
Oh! Look at those whoppers. Right, I'll put you in for 9 o'clock Monday. Come in the back way so you don't frighten the other patients.
Oh, kid.
Morning, Mrs. Raven. You're looking lovely today.
Am I?
Oh, don't be silly, of course not. Janet says if you can't think of something nice to say about someone, George, then it's polite to lie. You have a beautiful smile. You have a very attractive personality.
I'll have a fat lip in a minute.
Yeah. Shut up, George.
Janet, your boyfriend's been released back into the community.
George, what are you doing here?
I just came to have a look at you. I haven't seen you for a couple of hours, so I wanted a quick look. Lovely. Thanks very much.
That is so romantic. Don't you think that's romantic, Mrs. Raven?
I think it's pathetic. I like real men. Like him. Oh, no, he is gorgeous.
Oh, thanks very much. As no doubt he'd say if he was here, but in a much deeper voice, which I can't do.
Remember last year, Janet, when he came here to that fundraising do? I was standing this close to him at one point. My legs literally turned to jelly.
My reaction.
And you know what? As I looked at him, I could tell he fancied me.
Could you?
Could you?
Could you?
Oh, yeah, a woman knows that look of desperate longing.
Maybe he was hungry.
Anyway, I decided. If he ever comes back, I'm giving him my body.
What if he doesn't want it?
He's getting it whether he wants it or not.
I don't think he'll be coming back.
Morning, Janet, darling.
Hello, Mum.
I've just been giving Ella the once-over before her next theatrical tour de force.
Oh, yes, how's the play coming along?
Well, I don't like to brag, but sensational. It's a thriller. Dead men tell no tales. I play a young bride-to-be. And the director says I'm extremely convincing. Anyway, you'll soon see for yourselves. I think it's going to be one of the NAD's best productions.
The Nads.
The good old Northolt Amateur Dramatic Society.
Let's go, Nads.
Of course. I've been known to dom the old tights, slap on the grease paint and tread the boards a few times.
Really? And what about acting? Have you tried that?
I'll come Malteser.
You think you'll find that is a Malteser, Mrs. Raven?
I see your dad's in the play, Janet.
Yes, he's playing my mother's father, would you believe it? Nasty piece of work he is, too.
Who's a nasty piece of work?
My dad, George. Turns out he's a murderer. Not just one murder. No, he's killed about 4 people, including his first wife.
And does your mother know?
She's actually his daughter. And no, she doesn't know.
No. Oh.
Your mother's your father's daughter?
I know, it's hilarious, isn't it? It's so funny. Basically, it's the worst casting in the world. The audience will never believe it.
Right. Absolutely.
Here we go.
This is going to go bad.
That was quick. It's the first time I've ever applauded furniture.
You do know how to behave in the theatre, George.
Oh, yes, yes. I went last Christmas.
Where are you, Father? Where is the Thermoman? Oh, there you are, Father.
What is it, my darling?
I've got some exciting news.
Oh, no.
I've got to go.
You can't.
I've got to. Botswana.
He wants what?
Emergency.
And he was saying,
I've got some diarrhea tablets.
Charles, you see, and he was saying, what was he saying? Yes, Charles, darling, I know. You've been apart so long, you've probably forgotten what I look like. But just think, I'll be with you for my 21st birthday.
I was going to get a shot when I says her. Okay.
Yeah, terrible flooding, but I managed to clear most of it up.
Don't use the gents in the interval.
Trip on the lake. How wonderful.
We haven't missed much. She's just got a phone call.
Sorry.
Not again.
Earthquake down under requires major evacuation.
When you come back, sit on the end.
What do you want, Tom?
You're a cold-blooded killer. Your wife never fell from that tower. You pushed her. Now, unless you pay me £1 million, I'll tell your daughter.
I don't think you will.
Ooh!
Pretend to kill again.
Don't be a fool. You'll never get away with it.
I think I will.
Boo!
I want to have a shot, Mrs. Barnes. Oh, my God, Tom has been shot. Who could have done such a thing? And where can he be?
He's behind you! He's behind you!
That's for sure, Mrs. Barnes. He's behind us.
Oh, yes, he is!
No, he isn't.
Oh, yes, he is!
Oh, no, he isn't.
Oh, yes,
We just wanted to say we're really, really sorry. George has only ever been to a panto. He thought all plays were like that. How are you feeling now?
Time for another Prozac.
Good review of the play in the local paper. Well, the man said I was good.
You weren't in it.
No, sorry. Mind you, he said I made the evening funniest performance.
Are you doing this deliberately, Janet, to upset
Yes.
us?
Doing what?
Audrey Brown's daughter's living with a gynecologist, and you are living with Danny Boy.
How many times? George and I are happy together.
You can't possibly be happy. He's daft in the head.
He's a laughing stock of Northolt.
He's just not used to our ways, that's all.
He sniffs, he keeps going to the lavatory all the time. He's an idiot.
Why, Janet? Why are you wasting yourself on him?
Because he's not an idiot. Because he's a superhero, if you must know.
Loose lips, Janice.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. I'm sorry, George. I know no one's supposed to know, but I'm fed up of them thinking you're useless. He's not just George Sunday. He's Thermoman from the planet Ultron.
Have you been feeding her drugs?
You should be ashamed of yourself. Telling your young girl you're a superhero so you can have your way with her.
He is a superhero. Show them, George.
It's embarrassing. I don't like showing off.
Just show them.
Okay. Well, I can fly a bit. I'm also completely impervious to pain and injury. See? No effect whatsoever. Janet, I think your parents have just fainted.
So Janet fell into the Grand Canyon and you flew down and caught her in your arms.
That's right, yes. So how did you two meet?
At a young conservative table tennis evening.
Just as
Seems
good.
so romantic somehow.
Have you met lots of famous people?
Well, a few. I've been to Julia Roberts' house.
Really? Was it very beautiful?
It's hard to say. It was on fire at the time.
My daughter going out with an actual superhero. I'm so proud of you, darling.
So you wouldn't rather I was like Audrey Brown's daughter going out with a gynecologist?
Oh, gynecology. More like a fetish than a career. I tell you, the rest of the women's circle are going to be so jealous.
No. You mustn't tell anyone.
Why ever not?
You're the only ones that know, apart from Tyler in George's shop. If more people find out, it'll interfere with his work.
Oh, but... Very well.
I was thinking, as a superhero, you're only good at fixing radiators.
Stanley, he's from another planet. He hasn't come all this way to fix radiators.
Well, it's just that one needs bleeding and I can't get the nut loose.
Wait a moment.
He's gone into the bathroom. Why has he gone into the bathroom?
Let's go. Loosen that nut.
Blimey. I didn't mean you had to get all togged up and everything. Be a bit conspicuous in the Vauxhall.
We're not going by car, Stanley.
You mean? To infinity and beyond. Can't wait to... No, I won't say anything. I won't tell a soul.
Drink?
Thank you, darling. There is one thing about you and George.
Yeah.
Well, if he's from another planet, is he... You know,
Yes.
as other men?
More or less. He's got 2 hearts, and a couple of things are a bit bigger, that's all. His lungs and his, navel, for some reason. Other than that, it's just the same as Dad.
Oh, you poor girl.
You see, they're already starting to clear up. I'll see you in a week's time.
Yeah, avoid Mrs. Raven.
Hey, I got something for you.
What is it? Oh, come on! Okay.
I'm only trying to help. Have your parents forgiven George for ruining the play?
Oh, just about.
Yeah, my mother hated one of my boyfriends. Do you know why? Oh, because he was my sister's husband.
Well,
She always took my sister's side.
And may I say, Anna, that you and Stanley were superb in the play. How you kept going with that idiot calling out, I shall never know. Anyway, here's hoping for both our sakes she gives him the elbow soon,
I hope she doesn't.
huh? Sorry?
George is the most wonderful boyfriend we could wish for. More wonderful than you can possibly imagine.
Right. Is he?
yeah, he
Remind me
is.
to take her off the Prozac. Janet, can I have a word?
I thought you hated George.
Yes, well, that's before we found out he was...
What?
Yeah. Yeah, there we go.
Well, I don't suppose it'll do any harm, you knowing.
Oh, yeah, well, she's got the biggest gob in the world.
George isn't just George. He's Thermoman.
He's Thermoman.
Imagine it. We see him practically every day and we didn't know. Isn't it exciting? Just don't let on, I told you, that's all.
All right.
Oh, she's going to flirt with him now, isn't she?
Morning, Mrs. Raven. I wonder, could I have a quick word with Janet?
Oh!
Is it one? I don't mind waiting. Maybe you could just check for me. See if she's available.
Oh!
Oh, my God, Mrs. Raven. But you're beautiful.
I'll just phone the hospital. What are you doing? George!
Sorry, Janet, but you and I are finished. I've tasted the lips of Mrs. Raven.
It's a
Savoured
daydream,
the
isn't it?
fleshy tongue of a real woman. I realise what true passion is. I'm yours, Mrs. Raven. Do with me as you wish. Mrs. Raven. Mrs. Raven. Mrs. Raven. I was just wondering, is Janet free?
I'll just go and see.
2 chicken rogans, a mutton paneer, and 2 pilau rice. No, we'll collect it, thanks.
How much?
260 rupees. That's nice. Do you have to be anywhere else this evening?
No, I'm all yours.
Good.
Oh.
Ignore it.
No, I can't. Hello? Oh, hello, Stanley. Good. Am I doing anything? Well, no, not really. Just lying here while Janet kisses my nipples. Oh. She seems to have stopped now. Okay, that'll be fine. I'll be right over.
Where are you going?
He's found a bit of damp in the kitchen, wants me to have a look at it. It's okay. It won't be more than 5 minutes.
5 hours later.
I'm back.
It's nearly midnight, George. Where's the takeaway?
Oh, I'm sorry. The thing is, I finished the kitchen in no time, but then he wanted to show me his model railways.
Oh, you poor thing.
Oh, no, they're brilliant. The way the little trains go round and round and round, and then the signal goes down, and the little trains go into the little tunnel. Woo, woo. He runs a whole 2-hour timetable. Have you seen it?
Not without losing consciousness.
And he was telling me they've got these model railway exhibits all over the country. Maybe we could all go on holiday together and visit them all.
Oh, my God.
What's more, he's introduced me to the most beautiful music I have ever heard. Let's from school, are we? This is genius. And they wrote 13 whole operas we can listen to. I love this bit. Titwillow, titwillow.
What are you getting, Thermoman?
Bolivia, flooding. And don't call me Thermoman.
Oh, yes, sorry. It just slips out sometimes without me knowing.
Yes, in front of customers. Tyler, I don't mind you working here, but tell no one I'm Thermoman or I'll have to sack you. I mean that.
Morning, Tyler. Is Thermoman around?
It slipped out again. I don't even remember telling you. Think I'm going mad.
What are you talking about?
False alarm.
Forgive me, Master. Please forgive me. Don't know what I'm doing.
He is so strange.
Yeah.
Morning, Ella. Oh, hello, Audrey.
Won't be a moment. I just have to move my assistant.
Wasn't he at the play with your daughter?
Yes, that's right. They're going out together.
Oh, I am sorry.
What do you mean, sorry?
Well, he's the one who kept sniffing and leaving. Oh, you must be so disappointed.
Well,
I'm just lucky, I suppose. Of course, you know Charlotte is going out with a gynecologist.
Oh, this is the
I
one.
mentioned it.
The finest gynecologist of his generation, they tell me. Oh, I can't imagine how you feel.
Oh, I don't know, dear. It's quite nice to have a superhero in the family. Audrey, I'd like you to meet Thermoman.
Ella!
I know I'm not supposed to tell anyone, George, but be a dear and show her one of your powers.
I really
Show her. No, not that one.
Oh!
Sorry, Tyler.
You see, Audrey, dear? Your daughter may be going out with a gynecologist, but mine's going out with a god.
It's an honor to meet you. I can't believe I'm actually shaking the hands. Why are you shaking my hand?
Nicely done, George.
Janet, have you seen Mrs. Raven this morning?
No, why?
Good God.
Oh, my word.
Morning, Doctor. Morning, Janet. How's Janet this morning?
Oh, I'm fine.
I was wondering, is George coming in by any chance?
He said he might. Why?
No reason. No reason at all.
She's actually quite attractive. In a terrifying sort of way.
You realise what's going on, of course.
She's been at the drugs cupboard again.
She's trying to seduce me.
Oh, my God.
Is she?
Yes, of course. Well, she was bound to want me. I'm an attractive man, but the way she used to look, I wasn't noticing her. Hence...
Right. So this is all for your benefit?
Well, let's face it, Janet. Who else is she trying to impress?
Well,
Could be Janet.
this is your chance, then.
Beg your pardon?
You and Mrs. Raven.
Janet, I am a successful GP and television doctor. I'm not so desperate for female company that I have to go out with Mrs. Hannibal Lecter. I could go out with any woman in the world. Any woman at all. I'll be in my office.
If George comes, can you send him straight in?
Right, yeah.
Morning, Mrs. Raven. Is Janet free?
No, you'll have to wait.
Oh, right.
You wait here with me.
Okie dokie.
So, how's George this morning?
Not so bad, thanks. And you?
Oh, all the better for seeing you, George.
That's nice to know.
Do you notice anything different, George? About me.
Oh, yes, you've changed your hair colour and you're wearing a different dress.
I am wearing a different dress. A very different dress indeed.
I have to say, it's the most beautiful sight in the whole world.
Really?
You get more lovely every day.
Oh, sweet. Come on in, George.
Bye.
Oh, stop bloody coughing.
I thought once I'd left home, I'd never have to listen to this again.
What are they doing?
George has taken Dad into the bedroom. He's building a model railway in there.
Boys and toys. Oh, by the way, you know I've been waking up early recently because the sun shines right into our bedroom. I was wondering if George could do something about it.
About what?
The sun. You know, make it come up a bit later. Move it back a bit so it's not quite so bright.
Could you just move into the back bedroom?
Be a bit of an upheaval.
What, more so than moving the sun?
Railway the lad's got in there.
Oh, my word!
George, what are you wearing?
I know, it's great, isn't it? I happen to admire Stanley, so he's bought me one the same.
It suits you, son.
Thanks, Pop.
George, it's really sweet of you, Dad, but you and George should not be wearing the same clothes.
Yes.
Why not?
Because, Dad, how old are you?
61.
And how old are you, George?
842. She thinks you should be wearing younger gear.
Oh, forgive it.
Now, Ella, you and I need a little chat, don't we?
I shouldn't have told Audrey, I know. I'm very sorry. She was the only one.
George, it's Belinda Lloyd from the Northolt Women's Circle. She wants to know if Thermoman can give a talk on Tuesday.
They were the only two.
He's going to have to do a lot of memory modification, hasn't he?
How'd you get on?
Oh, I went around to Belinda's house and I erased our memory.
Have Belinda told anyone else?
Yes, I had to erase some more memories as well.
How many?
1,407. God, I hate email.
Ah, yeah.
Poor George.
Be worse than the social media age.
I think there are 2 more memories you need to erase.
Who?
Mum and Dad's.
No, I can't.
Mum's too much of a liability.
But we're getting on so well.
Yeah, you're getting on too well with Dad. You're turning into a pensioner.
This is the first time I felt part of a family.
I don't want you to feel part of a family. I want you to feel part of a couple.
Janet, I'm not erasing the memories. Hello? Okay, I'll be right over.
Does Dad want to show you some Saga holiday brochures?
That was Mrs. Raven. She says Dr. Crispin wants to see me.
On a Saturday?
Now then. Nothing to worry about, George. Dr. Crispin thinks that you need a checkup. You just like sit there.
Where is Dr. Crispin?
He's out. So he's asked me to do it. Loosen your shirt.
But you're a receptionist.
Yeah, well, that's how it is with health service cuts. Sometimes the receptionist has to do the checkup. It's my shirt. Lovely. Right. Now, first things first. If you'd like to examine me.
Me? Examine you?
Yeah, well, it's a new rule so that patients don't feel quite so intimidated. You examine the doctor or the receptionist, and then they examine you. It's just so that, well, so that we all feel more comfortable.
Whoa!
I don't feel at all comfortable.
No,
Just
me
get on
neither.
with it.
You seem fine to me.
How about there?
Seems fine too.
Right. Now then, you just keep your hands there, and I'll check your heart. Oh, yes. I think what you need is a bit of mouth-to-mouth resuscitation.
I'm breathing.
But you're not breathing well enough.
No, please, stop. I have to go.
No, not now, Thermoman. Don't go now.
What do you mean, Thermoman?
I know who you are. Janet's mother told me. Oh, come on, Thermo. Just one kiss. It's all I want.
Is it just me, or does that bit remind you of the Benidorm episode that we watched from Series 5, where Les was dressed up basically in a Baywatch kind of outfit, literally blonde wig, red kind of bikini swimsuit kind of thing. They could have been twins there, Leslie and Mrs. Raven.
How did you get on?
I've just had to erase someone's memory. And I'll tell you another thing. I'm erasing 2 more. Your mother's not telling anybody else.
Oh, my word!
Morning, Mrs. Raven. Oh, what happened to the peroxide look?
I got rid of it. I woke up this morning, I thought to myself...
I prefer it as it was.
No, I thought to myself, what the bloody hell am I doing peroxide? I don't remember doing that. What's he doing here?
My shop doesn't open till 9. This is my gazing at Janet time.
Sick in the air.
So, yes, take 2 of those and you'll be fine.
Thank you, Doctor.
You okay?
We've got this strange pain in our foreheads.
Yes, it's really odd. Everyone in the women's circle's got it.
Really? Dad? George was wondering if maybe sometime he could come and spend some time with you, you know, have a go on your model railway.
I don't think so, Pumpkin. Knowing him would only break it. He's an idiot.
There we go, back to normal.
Mrs. Raven, could you pop into my office for a minute?
Yeah, what?
I just wanted to say I've appreciated the way you've looked over the last couple of days. No, I'm not stupid. I know why you've been doing it, and I just wanted to let you know that I think, underneath it all, you're a damned attractive woman.
She's gonna kill you.
No, I realise I may have given you the impression that I wasn't interested in you, but in fact, I've been thinking about you pretty constantly recently, in that dress. And I realise that I am very interested in you. So, Mrs. Raven, this is your lucky day. How about it?
Right in the good old Northolt Amateur Dramatic Societies.
I think the doctor needs a doctor.
Mrs. Raven's quite strong, isn't she? It takes a lot to break someone's jaw in 6 different places. And I'm sorry my parents hate you again.
Oh, it's okay. It was nice while it lasted.
I'll have another go at Dad. Persuade him to let you play with his train set.
Thanks.
Then maybe we can get rid of this one.
Okay, there we go. That was the first episode of Series 2. And that's the end of my double header for today of My Hero. So, of course, we had the comic relief one earlier on today, which, to be honest, was more about the ramifications of George and of Thermoman. Whereas here, we're a little bit more back to normal with, the ramifications of George and Thermoman. No, I do love the show. I love the fact that you can take the simple, everyday, normal, day-to-day stuff and put a superhero twang on it, but also at the same time do something that kind of feels new and different with superhero-based stuff. Because, especially at this point, pretty much superheroes were always, or mostly, very drab and serious and everything. It would take until the MCU really kicked in before you could start to see a little bit of humour in superhero stuff, basically. But no, this is just pure bonkers comedy, and I love it. I absolutely do. So fingers crossed, this is one that will be on YouTube. I haven't uploaded it yet, but we will see what it will be. But I'm pretty sure I should be able to get onto YouTube. But let me know what your guys' thoughts were for both this one and for the comic relief one from earlier on today. And of course, do make sure you subscribe if you are new. But that kind of speaks. I'm so sorry. That is going to do it for today. Thank you so very much for watching. Now, my name is Kevin. I am a geek, and you've been watching Kevin the Geek. Goodbye.